Well, here's your host, Tom Dirato.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Pat Jones Show. Oklahoma State hosted number 23 Colorado this past weekend, and Pat, just a handful of plays decided this one.
Tom, we thought going in that we could play pretty well defensively with our front people, and I think we did. They really could never get their running game on track. Now, I think we added up that they had about 4 plays that amounted to 186 yards of total offense, which were Cordell Stewart basically and Charles Johnson, a great receiver. But they hurt us with the big play, or really took us out of it with the big play. We actually generated a few things offensively, but that's really a struggle for us right now. And we've got to play really flawless. We can't have a turnover, hardly have a penalty because you're not good enough to overcome it, particularly against somebody that's talented.
Well, the Cowboys had the better of things in the early going. We have first half highlights coming up after this timeout. Welcome back to the Pat Jones Show. And Pat, the Cowboys come out all fired up for this one, and the Cowboys will get the ball right off the bat.
Colorado had won the toss and elected to defer the decision the second half, so we got the ball. There really wasn't a great deal of wind, a little bit of it, but not very much. Again, Colorado kicks off to us. We're getting fairly close to hitting a kick return here. He almost jumped outside and hit a little crease, and 15 just tripped him up. But now we come out and you can see we continue to try to mix the thing up. We can't try to get top heavy either run or pass. Again, a little tight end delay here to Derek Jones. We continue to be fairly productive, reasonably productive, put it that way, with some of this little dink type of throwing game. Derek twisted his knee a little bit, and I'm not sure really what his status is at this point, in all honesty. So we've hit one there. We come off, and not that Andy has got any real running ability to speak of, but we'll run a little bit of option with him to make 4 or 5 yards. They had us covered, and he wisely threw the ball out of bounds here. Now they jump off sides, and okay, so we've got it here. This is third down and 4. Again, we turn it and give the ball to Joe Jefferson, the fullback. They stop us short. Tyner comes in and punts. We got a little bit more pressure with one of those guys, and obviously we needed to. Really, with one exception, which was telling on us. There's Gilden, Harmon, that crew. All right, we covered the kicks good. First play, Tyler Williams, they turned loose. We hit them for a loss. Like we talked about from the start, Tom, can't really say very much against our front seven. We played pretty well. Really, the entire defense played well, and like I said, we got out personneled on a couple long passes. Cordell Stewart had got loose on that option a little bit later on, but we got them stopped. I think in their first 3 possessions, they totaled about 22 yards or some kind of deal like that. And there's Harmon with a little bit of a punt return. So I won't say have bad field position. We don't have real good one. Now we run a counter play and miss a couple of guys and get hit right in the mouth, take a loss. Okay, here's Andy back to throw. Have got some pressure. Now we've got to be real careful there. We don't want to get into this schoolyard type of stuff. And Andy normally will do a pretty good job of sitting in there and taking kind of what to give him. We had a guy open and overthrew him. Now that we're forced to punt again and kick the ball away to him. Hudson, doggone it, was third in the country going into this ball game, kind of went a little bit haywire on some kick returns and fumbled that one and fumbled one later on. You can see we hit him for a loss there, hit him here again. I kind of wish he'd have kept the ball game because Charles Johnson ultimately ends up making a play on us. Third and 11, Cordell Stewart, we've got him covered. Javon Langford, the freshman, comes back in, tackles him for a loss. We've got a good play. You can see here's a repeat of the same thing. Had him covered down the field pretty well. We had a little twist inside that got Langford turned loose. He's got a hold of Cordell Stewart. Well, what a good college quarterback Stewart is. He makes it. We almost blocked that punt.
Everybody's fired up right now.
Oh, we've got some momentum. Again, here's Harmon. We've got the ball at the 40-yard line. You see, they play quite a bit of man coverage or combinations of zone and man. We ran quite a bit of motion to try and maybe get them to move around a little bit more. David Thompson, nice run here. We could, other than a couple of exceptions, they kept Thompson and Boogie Johnson's good. And this was a third down play, and they just stoned us right there. So we've got to punt again.
We're in field position battle right now.
Well, he fumbles this kid, and we had a chance to watch this right here. He goes up. This is Hudson, and we got a chance at it with a couple of people. There's Keith Burns right there, and there's Joe's the center, and their number 9. He just gets on ball. I mean, for us to beat somebody like this, we've got to make those kind of plays. I mean, literally got to. We can't let those types of opportunities get by us and not do it. Okay, Stewart throws back, and I think they make a first down here. They come back out. We've got pressure on him all over the field. He scrambles. Lorenzo Green, who was just simply taking a good pursuit angle, we can watch Lorenzo come flashing across the bottom of the screen right in there. And now we've got the ball at midfield. So we've got good field position. Now let's see what happens here. First down and 10. Okay, Boogie Johnson breaks one. We alternated Boogie and David Thompson, some which we continue to do. Thompson had actually missed a little bit of practice time during the week with some virus, and we didn't know how his stamina was going to be. But here's the sprint draw to Boogie, and he jumps outside. We've got receivers blocking downfield. There's Dwayne Watts, 82, getting after him down the field. And so we've got the ball. We break. That's really the only run that from scrimmage that I guess basically either team broke, essentially in the running game. Okay, second down and 6. We come back out now. Okay, here's Mark Wilson in the ball game. This is a guy that has got some option skills. This is the first time he's ever played, I think, at this level. He's been the fourth quarterback. Now he's obviously, because of the situation, gets kicked up to 2. Good effort on his part. Gets us down to the 1, I think. Okay, we come back and run to Joe Jefferson, who gets hit and ricochets into the end zone. Good job, Joe. Here's a replay of the same thing. We run the belly play to the fullback in there. He gets hit up in the hole, but ricochets off, scores a touchdown. So Oklahoma State is ahead 7-0. We forced the turnover, or they gave us a turnover. Hey, now this is pretty crucial right here. We have the ball back at midfield. Okay, run a sprint pass, hit the doggone thing. We've got the backside guy jumps back over on the backside of it, right in there. We moved. They saw us. Now we've got a first down. Now the quarter changes right in here. So we go back and try to throw the ball and hit one to Fred Thomas out in here. A good job. Fred had a nice ball game. Now, is this the fumble right here? Okay, we're going to run a sprint draw. Same play we broke. Boogie, who is just fighting for yardage, spins. The ball comes loose. They get it at midfield. Okay, so let's watch it here.
He gets tattooed.
Yeah, he gets hit several times, and he's fighting, and he does have a tendency to spin and twist, but we just got to protect the ball. This is a big if deal. If we don't jump on the first down play, now we're going to have it, so maybe we might have fumbled anyway. Who knows? Okay, here they come and run. You can see we really kept their running game under wraps, and they have been among the leaders in this league in rushing the ball. They had a good rushing football team. All right, Stewart comes back to throw. They got in behind the corner, kind of missed a collision, didn't get quite over the top. They hit one down there. Now this is the same option we had stopped. They got us pinned into the inside. Cordell Stewart, who came in there as an option quarterback when they were still running wishbone, comes in, breaks the run. They kick it through to tie it at 7.
Now they got it back again. They stiffened defensively.
Okay, they broke one a little bit in there, 2nd and 1, but not a heck of a lot. He comes out, throws the ball. They're to the point where they can really, good job here defensive. They can mix the run and the pass, and they're interchangeably. We've got this, other than the one we just saw him break on the touchdown, that we did a good job on now. Watch this here. We run a blitz. He comes out and we miss a tackle right there. This is Cordell Stewart. This was a 3rd down play, big
sure
play
was,
here. But gives them a 1st and 10 on the 25. Okay, comes out, nothing going here. So we continue to make big plays. I know I sound like a broken record with the exception of giving up some home run stuff. Defensively, we battled. That's Ainsley right there. Keith Burns, I'm sorry. Burns, and really that whole front, and those guys played well. 2nd and 12, run up inside. Javon Langford make a little bit, but not much. Those backs, you could tell that they're scary enough. There's a little middle screen. Eric Hobbs, who this is the same play. We're going to miss this tackle later on, and they're going to get a long run. But good job, Hobbs. I thought with one exception, he played well. So they've got it down in. Okay, Berger comes in, kicks the field goal. So Colorado goes ahead of us, 10-7. Not a great. I can't remember how much time was left. Tom, you remember?
About 5 minutes ago.
About 5 minutes left in the half right there. We get a decent little old return going here. Not anything big. We've got the ball at the 25-yard line. Come back, give it off to Thompson. Not much. As the game wore on, I think their strength started prying on us across that front. Now he's got some time. All right. Now we go ahead. This is a nice throw, nice job of Denson of getting down and catching this ball. So we've got it around midfield with some time left. Here's another play. A good job, Raphael, of getting down and catching a low ball. And we've got it around the 45-yard line. Come back and give it off on the trap. Nothing going. So here comes Andy back again. They're going to throw. Then catch him in man coverage again so we can hit them. they'll do a good job of disguising, but they will change up their coverages. And if you can get them at the right time, you've got a chance to get over the top. Nice job, Loveland. Good job, Shannon Culver. I thought Culver played one of his better ball games in several weeks, made several big catches. We need for him to be a good player. So we've got the ball down there now. So we get a sprint draw, nothing going with Thompson. So you can see we're still coming back here, second long. Loveland's going back and throwing deep. And, oh, my goodness, I thought we had that one pulled off here.
Watch how close. Watch how close.
Well, let's see this here. This is a little bit different view right off of his fingertips. Oh, my goodness, good effort. In all, I can't fault Culver at all there. Probably if you're going to win a game like this, you got to make those catches. All right, tight end Dwayne Watts comes in. We miss a field goal. Lawson Vaughn comes in and downwind misses one. They get the ball back. Good tackle, Scotty Harmon. Bounced it outside. Good job here. He comes back, runs the option play, pitches the ball a little bit, but not much. Charles Verner, Scotty Harmon. Inside running game, gets him a first down at midfield, but not much here. All right, they go ahead and punt. Gilden almost blocked that ball right there. I did not realize that. We get the ball here. We're going to take over on the 16-yard line. A little bit risky here as far as a turnover. We had thought if we could hammer out one first down, then you can get in realistically, you get into a 2-minute drill. We try to run a sweep here on 3rd and 2 or 3, get completely whipped across the front. Now I got to go ahead and punt the ball back. Now, watch this. Here we got this thing played, in all honesty, about as well as we can with Harmon right there. Scotty Harmon's a good football player, good college player. They got our outside guy pinned inside. We knocked Charles Johnson out. So they come back in right now, and here's Cordell Stewart trying to throw deep. Now there's a penalty in there someplace.
Right, this next one coming up, a face mask in here.
Okay, so it's down with them. It's certainly dangerous. They hit a little one up in front of us down to about the 10 with 23 seconds. Face mask call on them right in here.
You see a good look of it right here.
Okay, they throw again, right up. Okay, little. Almost dropped that ball. Sure did. Okay, Cleavon Williams, I can say he's calling on a stiff arm. That's a little bit of an unusual call right there. But fortunately, we get it now, come back in long yardage. You've got to feel like they're going to throw deep, which we think of. We're playing a fairly soft coverage. Okay, Stewart comes out, avoids the rush, fires it down the field. Charles Johnson just basically goes up and takes it away from us, and they come in and do it. 10-7 at this point. If you should not let that happen. Again, that's the only time against dangerous kick coverage people, kick return people, we let them outside. Then they hit the pass. It wasn't like they ran by us. They just went up and took the ball away from us. In all honesty, don't know what to say other than be better than they are.
Well, still very much a ball game at halftime. Things happened quickly in the third quarter. Take a break. We'll be back with second half highlights right after this. Well, Pat, as we get into second half highlights, Colorado will get the ball first to start the second half.
Well, we got shook a little. I won't say shook, but we got stunned pretty good there right at the end of the half. Obviously, with that long throw, looked like it was going to be 10-7 ball game. Well, it's 17-7. That point we're trying to make, it's only a 10-point game. We're very much in it. Defensively, we come out, they hit this. We come out and play well right in here. Tackle for a loss, Richie Ainsley. Right there, good play, Richie. We've got people around. So defensively, we come out stiffened. Second down and 12. You can see pretty good pressure on him. Ball gets ricocheted around. And third down and 12. Stewart goes back in there to throw. Cleavon Williams tips that ball. So we've stopped him. We've stopped him right off the get. Now we're going to get it back pretty good. I think each team punted 9 times. A funny ball, and they certainly play a game of big plays, but for them punting as many times, that good nice looking run here by David Thompson. Unusually high number of punts
sure was
for them, and I think that's kind of an indicator of the big plays type of stuff. Good job, David Thompson, of breaking here. You can see him bouncing outside.
Just like last week against Kansas. Very reminiscent of those.
Certainly it is, and these guys they've got a good rushing defense. We were under no false illusions there, but we've got to be able to run the ball a little bit, or probably more than a little, for us against anybody, particularly the way we are right now, as far as not just getting in a total throw-a-thon, because we're not geared that way. Okay, we got another penalty in there. We had I don't know that I have the reason. We had a fifth-year guy jump twice. Okay, now here's Loveland coming back and throwing in here to Denson. They had it covered up pretty well. Here's Andy, okay, dinking the ball off. Who was that? Okay, Chris Lofton caught that. You can see against their man-to-man stuff, comes back and throws it here, and they've got us covered. So now we come back and punt. This is one we killed down here, isn't it, Tom?
This is going to take a nice hop for us here.
Good job. Tyner punted 9 times for still over 40 yards. It wasn't a great day for him, but this kind of stuff in here. Now they run the ball, don't make much. They're actually going to start driving this baby in here now.
Unusual series to say.
Well, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is very much. 3rd down and 7. Is this the one we take? Did we intercept, Tom?
We're going to almost get this
one. All right, okay. No, this is one Stewart scrambles on right in here, and this is what makes this guy dangerous. He's got running and throwing ability. Okay, here it is right. Oh, my goodness.
What do you see?
Yeah, Charles Werner, 35. Let's see this again. I haven't quite seen it from this particular angle. Stewart goes back. We make a nice break on it right there. We've got the ball in our hands, and Johnson literally comes down and takes it away from him. Okay, here it is again for a 3rd time. On the wide angle part of it, you see it if I'm saying that quite a few times, we get it pulled down and just run. We're going to run in scores. Nobody in front. Johnson literally takes the ball away from him. And Charles, who played a good ball game, we got a little blitz on right in here, incomplete pass. Okay, Cordell Stewart, and here we go. We fire Eric Hobbs. You can see 42 coming from the outside. Okay, he's got the, let's see what happens in here. Got the ball back in there. Goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. So ball's on the ground. They get it the 2nd down and 17. Okay, Stewart is back to throw again. Good job of him keeping his composure. Went right over our hands and hit one of the tight ends.
One of the few times they hit the tight end.
So 3rd down and 4. This stuff here they're awfully good at as far as hitting the little. Well, they're good at a lot of things offensive, but did a good job of executing in here and throwing the stuff, being patient, throwing the stuff underneath us. So now with of course they say they got a 1st down on that interception, take back away. Here it is again. Now we've got them covered. They throw it up. Charles Johnson bats the ball up in the air.
This is a good athletic move, without a doubt.
You're talking about better than good athletically here. We've got him in position right there. He literally just goes over there and out-muscles him. And you just got to go up and be better than there. You got to go up and take the thing away. You're talking about making a bunch of hair fall out of your head now.
No further scoring in the 3rd quarter. We pick up now in the 4th.
All right, option game. We've got it played pretty well. Charles Werner on the tackle. Okay, Stewart's back though. You can see we have good pressure. He throws that ball down there. We had a chance at it here. All right, now here's the screen right there. Eric Cobbs just turns loose of him, and he runs off and scores. This was a 72-yarder right here,
sure was,
which made it 31. When you got a chance to make a tackle, you got to make it. Here it is right there. Like I say, with very few exceptions, I think Hobbs 42 played reasonably well, but reasonably well against this caliber athlete is simply not good enough. I don't know. I don't think it's a matter of us not understanding that. Now, whether we can correlate and go out there and do it for 60 minutes remains to be seen, certainly. Okay, they kick off to us. We come back in here. Here's Raphael Denson.
This will be a nice drive here to answer.
Okay, we get a little something going. All right, there's David Thompson. We're just getting whipped pretty much around across the front. I don't know if there's any other way I can describe that. Okay, now we put Mark Wilson in the ball game. Here's a man which gives us some option capabilities in here, which certainly helps us. Now, he got sick, actually, and sick to his stomach out in the huddle. We put Loveland back in the ball game. Nice catch, Fred Thomas. Okay, we come back in. Here's Roger Franks. Roger got his little ankle dinged up here. Not real sure about his health status either. David Thompson for some tough yardage. Got Loveland back in the ball game. All right, here's David again right there. Not much, but a little bit. Okay, here's Mark back in the ball game. Option right in there. Let's stay up and run. So now at least we've got this probably considers some reevaluation here. 4th and 11. Go back in here. Mark Wilson throws this ball down to Fred Thomas. Nice throw, nice catch. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. I think a good job of our guys here. This is the first action that Mark has seen. I mean, all of a sudden in a couple of week period of time, you go from being the 4th guy and running some plays on a scout team to now you're the 2nd guy and you get stuck in there against one of the better clubs in the country. And like I say, his nerves got to him and he got sick to his stomach, but he comes back, throws a touchdown pass, 31-14. Told Bill, hey, you got a good football team. Good luck to you, which they do. I think they're really a quality club.
Well, the Cowboys are on the road next week. We'll check that next stop on the tour when we return to the Pat Jones Show. Welcome back to the Pat Jones Show. And Pat, how frustrating was a game like that yesterday?
Well, I think it has kind of been the way the part of the season has gone, and that we've got enough capabilities to where we can go out and do enough things to give ourselves a chance. We had a chance in this ball game yesterday. I've coached on teams both here and other places that you, in all honesty, you kind of thought where you were futile, where people just go out there and just take the ball from first drive and march on down the field and score and do those sorts of things. Even offensively, as banged up and as in a state of flux as we are, we'll do a few things every now and then, which is going to give you a chance. I think the thing that is dangling out there for this football team right now, which I hopefully we'll understand, is that we're not that far off. And we got to play good, and we got to prepare well and play real good to have a chance, particularly Norman. They're playing pretty well. Cal Gundy's having a good year, so we'll have to play good.
Well, we're on the road, as we said, next week. We're out of time for this edition of the Pat Jones Show. Join us right here next week.